This is Harry the Big Dog, and this is the DJ interview. Want to welcome everybody who's watching the replay. I want to welcome everybody who's on Twitch, Mixcloud, Facebook, YouTube. We are just killing it. We stream it everywhere. We on a different planet. So what is up, everyone? I hope everyone is doing well. We got some things going on. You know, I'm here in Virginia and the weather got cool today. So what it's nice to me, but it got cooler than the last couple of days. I talked to my peoples in New York and they said it was nice out there. This virus is kicking up. I know I don't talk about that stuff, but you know, a lot of places are starting or getting ready to shut back down. So hopefully that doesn't happen and this thing gets under control. I just wanted to say what's up to everybody. So coming to the live stream, yeah, we could go with that. Coming to the live stream, we got a DJ from New York in my neck of the woods in Queens, but he lives here in Virginia, not in my neck of the woods, but we ain't that far from each other. Let's bring it up for DJ NDemand. What's going on, bro?
What's going on, man? What's up, peeps?
How you doing today?
I'm good, man. Living life, loving life. Getting through it day by day.
I know we're going to keep this as short as possible because you had a long day. So, you know, let's just get it going. I want you to tell everybody your government name if you want, your DJ name, and how you got started in this business.
I'm Wes Grady. My DJ name is DJ NDemand. I got started in this business years ago. Obviously, I'm from Southside Jamaica, Queens. So back in the day, we had DJs in our neighborhood like Grandmaster Vape, Jam Master J, that come to my mind. Used to listen to the Supreme Team, go to block parties. And I always found myself at parties while everybody's partying and dancing. I always found myself, I think sometime in the back of my mind, I knew I was going to be a DJ one day. And one day, one of these times, one of my partners had to do some time and got locked up. He entrusted his DJ equipment at my house. And it sat to, plug it in and figure out and started messing with it. And it's been history from there.
Nice. So we was just talking and you were explaining you was from my neck of the woods and I didn't know that. You know, how was it and how long did you stay in New York?
Well, I was in Jamaica, Queens until my junior year in high school. My family, my dad moved us out to I say that was probably like 1980 from high school in Long Island. And then right after that, about a year after that, I decided to join the military. And that's what eventually took me to Virginia.
Nice. So you've been out here the whole time or you lived other places and here?
Well, I went to boot camp in Great Lakes, Chicago. Was in Chicago for about a year. My first duty station was actually Mayport, Florida. Down there until 1992. 1992, I got transferred up to Virginia, Norfolk, Virginia, and I've been in Norfolk, Virginia ever since.
Nice. So now let's get to the DJ and the DJ stuff. Now you are old school. You came up with vinyl, correct?
Absolutely. 1200s.
Yes, sir. Do you still have them?
I do not. I think I got rid of my 1200s. Actually, I do still have one in my shed. I had 4 at one time. I gave a pair of them away to a friend years ago, and I think one of my other friends needed one, and I gave him one to borrow, but borrow became half because I moved on from the 1200s to some of the other electric.
Roger that. So what year did you actually I know you got the bug, but what year did you go and start DJing? Now we got this running thing here. You ain't a real DJ until you got paid. So when when was that? Or if you remember.
I think my first paid DJ while I was here in Norfolk, Virginia. All the other times I was just messing around with it. I didn't really, when I say got serious, until felt where I felt I could DJ or wanted to DJ a party, a club. Before that, I was just spinning to make CDs or tape. Well, at that time, tape to make tapes and just listen to them play them at parties. But when I decided to get more serious with it, actually DJ some parties, I say somewhere around 1999.
Right. Nice. So around then, that was becoming the end of vinyl. Where were you then? You were here in Virginia, but where were you in your DJ career? Did you actually make the transition to the CDJs, or were you still vinyl back around 99, 2000?
I was actually in a transition from, so I think, well, I ain't gonna say perfected my craft, but I think I got comfortable to DJ a party, training using vinyl, but I actually did more with not necessarily CDJs but CDs. So when I first DJed, my first party I DJed for funds, I DJed with a CD mix set.
Nice. I know people got mixed things about them. They either hate them or they didn't mind but got rid of it when Serato and all the other ones started coming out.
Well, when Serato came
So
out,
now,
sorry, when
go
Serato
ahead.
came out, it was like a no-brainer. I mean, because then you can, the whole purpose of going to the CDs when I DJ parties was a matter of, do I want to carry a crate of records to a party, or do I want to bring a couple packs and rock with that? So it was more of a physical mindset more than but nothing ever replaces vinyl when it's all said and done.
Yeah, the sound you cannot replicate. Even the fake digital static, you just cannot replicate a record, a true record. You see my little turntable right there, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's
Right.
a combo. It's from the 70s. It's a combo record player, stereo receiver, and the tape deck is on the end of it. Cassette tape.
Cassette tape, yeah.
So for everybody who is joining in, this is the DJ interview. Let us know where you are joining in from. We have DJ NDemand representing New York by way of Virginia. And we are just going through his career. Now, you were in the Navy for how long?
I did 30 years.
30 years. And you've been DJing since you were in the Navy. Yeah.
Yeah,
You went
I've
from high school.
a little bit before I was in there, but when you talk about like DJing for funds or DJing parties and all that, for the most part, it was about 7, 8 years into the Navy when I actually get into that.
Nice. Okay.
And tapes and stuff, listening to myself DJ. I actually, may give some people some tapes, some music they like before then.
Do you remember the first records you brought?
Wow. I think the first record I bought, So What You Saying. I bought 2 copies of that, EPMDs, So What You Saying.
Nice.
And I brought it because, coming up and listening to people like Jam Master Jay. I remember him having an interview, not Jam Master Jay, Grandmaster Flash, and he was talking about break beats and how to find a break beat. One thing about So What You're Saying has such a distinctive break beat. I like practice with a song that beat seemed like something to practice with. After that, my next record probably was Jay Brown, because he had all break
beats.
And it helped DJ a lot of James Brown beats, because beats were unique because they had break beats, but a lot of this stuff was what they would call offbeat. So to me as a DJ, if you can master or mix a James Brown beat, you could almost mix anything.
Right.
Because those beats were kind of I guess before their time in a lot of ways.
So let us end on a horror story that happened to you while you were DJing. We've heard stories of people leaving their needles home. You get to the party, you don't have no needles. We've heard people, reaching over and their sleeve catching the needle and it scratched the whole thing. We had stories of people needed to go to the bathroom while they were DJing. So any horror story?
The one horror story I do remember, I have probably several, but the one I do remember is DJing and one of my turntable decks stopped working.
Wow.
So obviously you only had one side of the table to use.
You were doing some serious dropping.
Carried mixes with me. So I was able to mix a pre-mix. And I had a good friend who's still my friend to this day bring me his set. So I had the pre-mix mixing while he brought me his set. I was able to switch him out and really seamless out. The crowd never knew. And I was able to get back into regular mixing. Luckily, this all happened before people started requesting songs or whatever. I want to pick my system back up. As far as they knew, I was just still rocking.
We got Chris Gloss checking in. What's up, Chris? So have the DJing, I know you were doing it while you were in the Navy. So and did it take you, when you went to when you were in the Navy, did an assignment take you overseas and you took your DJing over there?
Absolutely. I actually DJed at a couple of places. The main place I will definitely remember, I've DJed at a couple of clubs in Greece. I DJed because what happened when we would hit port, of course, when it's hit port, the country knows you're coming. So any bar or any tavern would love to monopolize sailors, because what a sailors are going to drink. So of course, the bar and tavern in that city, whether it was Greece, I remember Spain, they would definitely cater to us. So what I would do is when I get out, I would canvas a bar club that had sound systems. A lot of them had turntables.
Right.
And I would let them know that I was a DJ from the States. And if they let me, I'll bring the sailors to their bar. Because of course, sailors, they drinking and eating. Of course, they would love to hear music, American music. So it was easy. A lot of bars, one bar, I remember the guy pretty much let me take over the bar. I came back to the passed out flyers. It was like it was a party going on, and I'll tell you, 90% of the people who was off that ship was at that bar. We had that bar. Literally, half of the bar. The liquor and everything. And I had total control over the music. And we for 2 or 3 days there, we rocked that place. And it's amazing how I realized the culture of our music traveled, because I remember playing Wu-Tang, and I know people from here who probably can't sing every verse of Wu-Tang because they're depth and so deep. And you saw people of different cultures that couldn't, if you asked them a question in English, didn't know what the heck you were talking about, but they could recite the whole Wu-Tang song verbatim.
Word better than us.
Yeah, it was amazing to watch that. So it made me realize the culture of hip hop travel overseas.
Wow!
So I think the biggest place I DJed at this place called the Sandbox in Dubai. Um, and that was incredible. There was a big time DJ over there. Again, he found out DJ in exchange for some records at that time that I had that he did not have from the States, remixes, a lot of what we call, party break songs that he did not have.
Mhm.
DJ Cool, those type of things. In exchange for that, he let me take over his DJ set one night in the club, and then after that, he let me do the rest of the nights I was there, because again, we had to jump in.
Wow. So how long are y'all in these ports?
Normally,
Couple of days?
somewhere 5 days.
Wow. That's some networking. Some people go places and cannot get started, and you went in and took over bars in different countries.
Being able to DJ has led me to, especially overseas in the military, has led me to experiences that I'll never forget. In places I'll never forget. And I honestly, I hope they didn't forget me, because again, there's a lot of bars sometimes be on them strips, but depending on the bar that I was DJing in or whatever, normally we packed that place.
Yeah.
And it was good. It was good relief for the and be party and have a good time as if they were home.
Right. So, one of the reasons why I got you in November to do the interview is because you are a veteran, and November, we only get one day, but I celebrated the whole month. and I wanted to represent us veteran DJs. I'm retired DJ, but the DJs who people don't even know. You've been in for 30 years, and I'm imagining, are you still DJing?
I do, of course. Feeling this, the COVID pandemic has slowed things down. So I still DJ last week at a local club on Saturday, and had a special event there. I DJ there. I do private parties. I have entities that I'm CEOs of. One, the shirt I'm wearing, played at Hampton Roads, which actually came out of Atlanta, Georgia. Huge company out of Atlanta, Georgia, and I bought into it and brought it to Hampton Roads, Virginia. And this other DDG Entertainment, we've done like local things like normally don't happen in Virginia. A big camouflage party. Last year we did a thing called Hennessy and Hot Wings, which I'm a trademark, so nobody steals that. That here was huge, all black party.
Can I borrow it for like a weekend?
I got the Hennessy. I can't trademark because I lived on the same street in Queens as Sweet Tea. If you remember Sweet Tea and Jazzy Joyce.
Yes.
So I lived on her. So I was good friends with her. And when I came home to New York one time, little Joe, it was an up and coming artist called 50 Cent, and he was having I don't know if it was his single party or listening party, was something he was having in Jamaica, Queens. On Jamaica Avenue, and the event was called Hennessy and Hot Wings. So honestly, that's the first time I heard of it. When I heard of it, because Sweet Tea invited me to go to it, I was like, man, it sounds like a hot. Little to say, I was going for some reason. I don't know. Me and Martin's got into something else, but then I'd say, you know what, I'm gonna bring that to Virginia, and we've done a couple of Hennessy and Hot Wings here, and they've been super successes.
Nice.
So I can't really trademark it. Technically, it was not mine.
Yeah. You on the other side of the water where they actually do stuff. This side of the water, the Newport News side, they don't do much here.
Right.
So we have to travel over to there through that tunnel. Sometimes it's 10 minutes, or sometimes it's 2.5 hours. You're waiting to get through it.
Right.
But,
I've done some events on that side of the water in Hampton.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, actually, I did one of them. I
played out there.
So. I did a small play date in the actually it was a little Chinese restaurant off of Denby in Newport News. I did one of my first play dates were there, so I'm kind of familiar.
Okay. Yeah, man. So, getting back to the DJ thing, I know we went a little off, but when did you decide to do the digital and go? I'm assuming you do Serato, because mostly everybody that come on here
Mhm.
is Serato.
Right.
When did you take that leap and made yourself that comfortable to leave your records at home?
Like I said, with Serato was pretty. It was a no-brainer. I'm gonna tell you how it really happened. I was DJing a set, and I was DJing an early show for one of the top DJs that DJ on the radio here. So I was opening up for him at one of the clubs, and I stood around for a while. For some reason, that even normally I would leave to listen to him, just like I normally do, have a couple of drinks. And he was doing some mixes, and he was going from one song to another song so quick. And of course, the DJ who DJ with records, whatever, I'm like, either that's got to be a pre-mix or whatever, or he's got somebody helping him. You could be flipping a record out of a crate and going that far. And he was the first person I saw using Serato. I had never heard of it, never seen it. So I had asked him about it. And really, after I saw that and saw, the click of a button loading up records, I'm like, oh, yeah, it was pretty
Instant
much a wrap.
double.
Yeah, that was a wrap for that. Not to mention all he had to carry was the turntables and a laptop. I'm like, oh, yeah. Yeah, the record days over.
What were we talking when you made this transition? When you seen him and made the transition?
I'm sorry, say that again.
I said, what year are we talking when you seen him and made that transition?
That had to be late 90s. No, it probably had to be mid to late 2000, 2010, somewhere between that 2005, between 2005 and 2010, I would think. Maybe 2003, somewhere in there.
How long did it take you to get familiar when you finally got Serato? I'm sure you got the first box that everybody had. That's all one.
The hardest part was, and that wasn't even hard, was figuring out how to download the music. But once, and then I also figured out that some CDs you can obviously put a CD in a computer. So if I had a Jay-Z CD, I could put it in the computer, download the Jay-Z CD on my computer, and have it in my box. So once I figured out the hardest part probably was figuring out one, download the music, and then how to get your music in crates. Like you would have them on your DJ. Serato was really simple. It was simple from there.
Yeah. Now we have a running thing here over all these episodes. Some people was like, it took them about a week, and some people was all the way up to like 5 years before they got comfortable enough to use it. We got DJP Nice checking in. What's up, P Nice? So you saying it was fairly easy except the downloading of the music.
Once I got the music downloaded, and I actually started obviously in my house practicing it didn't take long. I mean, it was so similar to putting a record on without having to put the record on. I mean, once you hit it, it loaded to that thing, and boom. The only thing you had to figure out, depending on the system you had, changing the speeds of the record seemed similar. Marking your marks seemed similar. I mean, your cues similar.
The cue points, yeah.
Cue points were similar, and of course, the more digital, nowadays, some of the cue points with some of the systems, the cue points already set. I mean, you can always make your own, but so it's shocking to me that it would take any DJ who DJed with 1200s and got Serato, like it took that long to, unless you're just not computer savvy. Maybe because I was somewhat computer savvy, it didn't really take me that long.
I think some people would just, resisted so much. Hey, we got DJ Butter L.
What's up, Butter
L? We got him in the place. What is up, kid? He's coming up next in a couple of weeks to do an interview. But I think it was some people's resistance to actually making the transition and crossing over to why they took so long. Some people, you just get comfortable with the wax, You know, that's one of the reasons why I stopped DJing, because I just didn't want to be bothered. I was already halfway out the door because of carrying all the records. You know, everybody will help you in, but at 5 o'clock in the morning, you sitting there by yourself with 6 or 7 crates of records, your turntables, if you had a coffin, your speakers, amps, mixers, and you just like staring at this stuff like it's going to jump in the car by itself. And I think that was some of the resistance why people took so long. Because from what I hear from mostly everybody, I haven't messed with it, but what I hear is it's pretty simple. You just gotta play with it, you know, mess around with it, see what it can do, see how it does what it does,
Right.
just like everything.
Yeah. Again, you can, when it comes to Serato, you can do the basic, just cue up each turntable. And of course, there's obviously some built-in things with loops and all that kind of stuff. If you play with it more, you'll learn more. So again, when I first started, all I really had to do was make the song go to this turntable, make the song this turntable. Wow, I got to learn there was other things that I can do with it that you couldn't do with just 2 turntables and some records. But like you said, it was a no-brainer for me to know that I could DJ. 2 things. Download music was way less inexpensive than buying records.
Yeah.
So financially, it was a no-brainer. If you could do, you know, Funkmaster Flex, there's a couple other MP3 pools that, you know, $50, somewhere between $20 to $50 a month. You have unlimited access to download records. When you would go to the store to buy a record, buying 2 albums, you could spend $40 to $50, right? So that financially no-brainer. Then the thoughts of, I no longer crates of records into a club to set up. All I needed was basically my coffin, my turntable, and my laptop, and that's it.
Yeah.
Of course, I'll DJ the party, my speakers. But again, you're talking about a lot of less legwork, not carrying crates of records.
Yeah.
Especially, I can imagine these days, you know, still like stuff from the 70s and the 80s and rocking new stuff. You know how many you talking about carrying? You know, I think on my set right now, I probably have over 30 to 40,000 songs on my hard drive.
Your hard drive, or right on the hard drive. I don't know where mine is, but right on the hard drive, you can have, you know, 50,000 songs as opposed to at most 100 or less in each crate.
Right. Absolutely. And of course, with the hard drive,
and you had,
of course, albums, you had the crates separated, so you kind of knew how to find a record pretty quick. But with a hard drive is easy. You know, like me, I put mine in different categories, whether it's, you know, 70s hip hop, 80s hip hop, and then you can list them alphabetically ordered for the artists. So if I want Busta on top of the thing, flip down the Busta, boom, got it. I mean, any DJ who held to that for a long time was just really just being stubborn. It's just a matter of being smart. Only thing that I do see, and it's kind of a shame, is that technology's gotten so good with the DJ systems that people who really don't truly know how to DJ can DJ. That kind of auto mix the songs, kind of blend them for you, almost, you know, break beats match up, beats per minute match up for you. And that allows people. I went to a club not too long ago, listening to the DJ, and he was doing well. The music was fine. I go up there, as I always would do, go and see what system he introduce myself, and he was DJing from his cell phone. And I'm like, wow. So I did say I want to meet him, and I didn't ask him what system. It just shows with technology, you can have anything, not really blending thing. Everything he's doing was through his cell phone by pushing a button. That's a little disappointing, and it hurts DJs who really know how to DJ. Saturated the market. You got so many people who call themselves DJs who really, if you gave them 2 turntables and a record, wouldn't even know to start or how to blend those songs together and make it work, because they don't have no button that does it for them. That's the thing that disappoints me. And I've actually mentored a couple of DJs, and I tell them I refuse to let DJ with technology, even though my system is a technology bass system with Serato.
Right.
I make them DJ by feel. That's how they learn. If they're not willing to do that, I can't teach them. I can't. I don't
That's
know.
how it was back in the day when people had turntables and all the breakbeat albums came out, and all you carried around was like 4 or 6 records, and you was a DJ.
Right. Right. And the other part of DJing we both know is knowing what to play and when to play. But the hardest part of learning how to DJ was learning, like when I first got the turntable, my friend left in my house, I started messing with it. The one thing that took me the longest to figure out was how to make this song blend in with that song. When you first trying it, sounds. That's when I started recording myself. I would think it sounded good, and then I'll put it and listen to it again. And I'm like, that was absolutely hard.
What? Like nails scratching on a chalkboard.
So that, any DJ who came up like me, I'm sure that took months and months and months before I realized how to, switch to make the break beats match, slow songs down a little bit without the crowd really knowing you're doing it, and make a song blend in to another song. So when people are dancing, it's seamless transitions. That was hard. But these days with the system now, DJs don't have to learn that. And that's a little disappointing.
Yeah, it is. But, the times have changed. Are you into streaming? Do you stream onto any of the social medias
I don't.
outlets?
I did my first Facebook Live DJ set during the COVID boredom probably 4 months ago, and I don't know if you call that streaming, but I've done Facebook Live. I actually was going to do an Instagram set. I just got on Instagram, so I have thousands of followers I have 100 and something on Instagram that I just got on there. And I don't really post much. So I don't. I like this service here. I wouldn't even know where to start. I guess I'm still old.
Right.
Technology like that.
Yeah, Mixcloud is pretty much the only one that you can legally play music when you have a subscription to there. And I talked to quite a few DJs about it, and they kind of resisted first because they didn't think that their crowd was going to come over and listen to them on another platform. You meet them on Facebook, but now you want them to come over there.
Right.
But my thinking is, you don't DJ in just one place, and people follow you from club to park to house party. What's the same? I don't think it's no different. I'm still sitting here. All I'm doing is switching over to another platform.
I agree, and I'm sure because people knew I was live streaming. Like if I tell people that I'm gonna do a Facebook Live, people tune in. And if I told them I was gonna be DJing on Mixcloud, I'm sure they tune in. I mean, like you said, people follow us, and then of course you meet new followers.
Yeah,
find you. It's like if I DJ at this club one week, there's people who want to follow me at the club and DJ the next week. I mean,
Yeah. And if they don't follow, they wasn't really no followers.
Right.
they wasn't your fan.
DJ the fan club, I have people who support them, and and I'm that. There's certain DJs here that if I know they DJ in a spot, I'm gonna go there because I know the music gonna be what I like. They're not gonna let me down. It's gonna be part. But as a DJ, I have DJs that I'm fans of, and
right.
I rock with it. Places that I know DJ gonna be there, and I'm not going there because I know it's going. So,
Now we're in the Hampton Roads area. What is it? A lot of DJs out here that I don't know about, because I only know from my New York peoples, and not the area I actually live in. Is it a lot of DJs out here?
DJs, and you're asking me like who to me, DJ that's on the radio 102.9 DJB. I think he's one of the best. Yeah, I think he's, and I say that he's that can DJ anywhere. Yeah, I think he's either from Philly or somewhere up north because of the way his DJ style gets down. There used to be a DJ here named J Fonts. That's the guy. That's actually the DJ that I said that I first saw you, Serato. And I'm not
Okay.
sure Fonts down here, but DJ Fonts was big time. And of course, this area, it was, I don't know if you ever heard of the Buddha Brothers back when I first got
Yeah.
I think one of them, unfortunately, passed, I believe. And so they were definitely, when I knew the Buddha Brothers was DJing somewhere, I would go there because they definitely would keep the crowd rocking. But there's other DJs down here. I know I'm probably mixing Joe Sticks is big time. I'm trying to think more, but I mean, there's some good DJs down here. There's some DJs if you go to a party, even if you go up to one of the music. But then there's
The ones
down here.
I seen, yeah, they could DJ and they need to go back home or wherever they came from.
Right.
But you know, I didn't go out a lot in this area. When I went somewhere, it was always leaving the area, so I wasn't familiar.
Right.
You know, I need that connection to them.
Yeah.
So
let's slow the lot down, so you don't hear much of anything going on anywhere.
I know. So I know you're tired, so I'm gonna get to my last questions.
Okay.
One of the last ones, this is like 2 or 3 part last questions. You know, for yourself, where are you now pre-pandemic? And what are you seeing in the future that's going on? Or what do you got planned for 2021?
Well, one of the big things I've been talking to people who follow me, one of the big things, other than get my entertainment companies back going and doing some events, I should put on almost like a block party event here. And I would like to do it in more of the urban cities, Norfolk or Portsmouth. Not so much Virginia Beach, but
Yeah.
I want it to be a free, peaceful. So where that I would supply the food, the music, have some bounce house and stuff for the kids, just have people come out, listen to music, and enjoy each other, meet each other. Set up maybe some tables for businesses to put cards and network. That I would like to do once the pandemic can slow down and make it like an annual thing.
Okay.
So I think I need to do some legwork because I know I have to probably get city officials involved as far as getting permits to such a thing. One thing I'll never forget is the parties where they were just 40 projects or St. Albans. You would just beat. You didn't know what was going on. You would just hit bass somewhere. And
yeah. Boom, boom, boom.
Right. It was a block party going to you bumped into it. I want to be able to do something like that here. Just and publicize and advertise it. People know this is a no nonsense type thing. This is something for us to fellowship and have a good time. That's something like I would like to do for them here, on my dime.
Yeah. Definitely let me know. I'm down with that.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And DJs come in. That's another thing. I like to have, if we doing this like an all day thing where we have DJs come in for an hour or two and do a set, that's like bring different type of flavors, down south DJ, up top DJ, DJs maybe from here, and just again have a really good time. Without obviously no nonsense.
Yeah, we talking Norfolk and Portsmouth. Some of them places.
I really want to do it in the places to show that there's no doubt in my mind it can be done. It can be people in the right state. The people of my age walking around with a positive vibe. I think it can be done. We'll see.
Roger that. Last question is, what would you tell a DJ who's just starting has no connections, they're just getting into this business, what do you tell that DJ? What advice would you give them?
I would, and it might sound crazy and it's a little harder these days, but one, make sure you invest in learning music, and don't learn music just from your era. Obviously,
Right.
by the time I started, I was familiar enough with music from the 70s and maybe even some from the 60s because that's what my parents listened to. And any good DJ, you should be able to recognize what's hot. So I think, and being open minded, I had to learn that coming here because, of course, being from New York, I was familiar with West Coast music. Definitely was familiar with music from Atlanta, New Orleans, or Texas, but I had to open mind to it, right? Because to
Yep.
be a true DJ, you have to be the DJ for all culture. Shoot, and being in the Navy, I've even learned to DJ pop, country, and all that, right? So I think as a DJ, you have to be open minded to music, staying in music, and learning music, because it's going to be key when you're doing a party. It's one thing to be able to mix. It's one thing to know what song you should play after this song, right? I always tell people the toughest thing about DJing is I related to like being a comedian. A comedian is probably never comfortable on stage until they get different. DJ should never be comfortable first people out there,
Yeah.
right? And then of course for us, comedian, you want to keep them like DJ, you want to keep them dancing. So I think that would be first advice. And my next advice is you got to sell yourself. How you put together mixes, you nowadays you put them online or whatever, and let people hear what you do, and don't be afraid to get on them tables when I guess Eminem say, when you get your first shot or you get that shot, you can't be afraid.
Yep.
Because again, my first DJ gig for money was probably the most nervous thing I've done in my life. But you gotta believe in yourself and you gotta step out and do it. And studying for a test, you just gotta make sure you've done it enough behind closed doors, had enough people listen to maybe you see the stream songs that know that you're ready for that moment. And there you go.
For sure. Well, I want to thank you so much, man. This was a long time coming. We had talked about this back in, I think it might have been September when I got introduced. My cousin Corey introduced you.
It was a while ago.
Yeah, it was, I think, in September. But I wanted to leave you for November because I know November was the veteran people.
Right.
And I had a couple. I had like 4 or 5 of them on last week. Army veterans who are DJs, and hopefully I'll have one next week. If not, then we'll have a regular DJ.
So it was one thing I told you before. It was a long time ago. We talked especially about this month. Actually, it's actually tomorrow. So my birthday is tomorrow. So I turn 50 tomorrow.
Oh, happy birthday to you, bro. Everybody give him a shout out. Give DJ NDemand a shout out, birthday shout out. His birthday is tomorrow, which would be the November 18, correct?
Absolutely. So
happy birthday.
I appreciate this interview. I'll probably remember a lot for that. I'm talking about something I love. Definitely the top 1 or 2 things in my life that I love. And anybody who knows me knows it is DJing. And hip hop is, I tell people, my retirement ceremony was based on it. So
Chris Gloss is saying happy birthday to you.
Thank you, bro. Chris.
So I know you're tired, bro. I know your day, but we gotta end this. I just want to thank you for taking the time and finally getting to this point to where we actually met. We just met like visually about what, an hour ago, a little more than an hour ago. I haven't been in hair and makeup yet.
Right. I'm still not here, so obviously the hair part is me.
So, we will definitely stay in touch. I hope you come back on in the future so we can see your progress and see if these things are going on like you want to do in Norfolk and Portsmouth, definitely hit me up in the behind the scenes, because I'm down for all of that.
Okay,
Yeah,
definitely.
because I'm looking to do a lot more for the DJ community, and not necessarily here in Virginia, but I'd like to do some stuff here in Virginia, because we
Right.
don't have a lot of things out here, and a lot of people don't do the concerts. The last thing I went to was the Kings of the Mic tour out in, I think it was Norfolk or Virginia Beach, and that was some years ago.
Right.
People don't make their way out these areas. So definitely, if we can bring some peoples from all over the West Coast, the East, the up north, that would definitely work. Yeah, Atlanta area, definitely. But thank you, bro, for coming on and spending some time here so people can hear your story. I know you got like a million more stories, because I wanted to hear more about the overseas thing. But
You get to talk about music, it'll be all that.
yeah, I know. But thanks, bro. Hold on, wait for me in the green room, and I'll get back to you.
All right, brother. Thank you.
So this is Harry the Big Dog here, and we were just with DJ NDemand from New York, but representing, but here now in Virginia. We will be back next week, same time, Tuesday, 8-ish. So until next time, we'll see you then.